And they're off in the Woodford, presented by Keeneland Select. Rocket Heat comes right out running for the early lead. There's Done Deal down to the inside. Extravagant Kid away third. Bucchero comes out fourth. Anguston fifth. Machismo sixth up on the outside of Vici in seventh position. Will Call is eighth toward the outside. Win Lion Win is in ninth. Undrafted is 10th into the far turn. And Kid Perfect is 11th and last. Back up front, Rocket Heat chased by Extravagant Kid to the far outside. Done Deal third. Bucchero fourth. 21.8 for the opening quarter. Midway on the turn. And Rocket Heat is against the rail. A 3-length leader to the top of the stretch. Done Deal to the inside is second ahead. Extravagant Kid third. Now Bucchero swings toward the outside but fourth. 5 lengths off the lead coming toward the 8th pole. Rocket Heat leads it by 3. Extravagant Kid and Bucchero coming on from the outside. Here's Bucchero striding forward to challenge Rocket Heat. Extravagant Kid is fighting on between those two. Bucchero has a short lead. Extravagant Kid dives to the inside. Bucchero, Will Call coming late. Will Call chasing Bucchero, who has the lead. Bucchero goes back to back in the Woodford, presented by Keeneland Select for Fernando de la Cruz. And they're off in the Woodford, presented by Keeneland Select. Latent Revenge, quick and to stride, goes right to the front. Bucchero comes away in second. Mongolian Saturday away in good order third. Mongol Bull fourth up on the outside. Indy Hill fifth in between horses. Paladine goes sixth alongside of that one. Commend shuffled back into the 7th position. Hoagie is 8th, and Conquest Panthera 9th and last, nearly 10 lengths off the lead. Latent Revenge opens up on a 5-length margin into the far turn. Bucchero is second. Mongolian Saturday caught wide. 22 seconds the time for the opening quarter. Here's Indy Hill moving up the inside third now by a length off the turn, followed by Paladine and Commend. Hoagie has a long way to come. Likewise for Conquest Panthera. They've all got to catch Latent Revenge. Still a 5-length lead. Coming to the 8th pole, Bucchero is second by 3. Mongolian Saturday is in third. And then comes Hoagie fourth on the far outside. Bucchero striding forward for the lead. Will have to fend off Mongolian Saturday and Hoagie. Bucchero in deep stretch. Fernando de la Cruz. Bucchero 26-1 upset in the Woodford, presented by Keeneland Select.
They're all set, and they're off in the King's Stand Stakes. Batach out very quickly, so too Lady Aurelia, and well to the fore Gifted Master and Bucchero, the light blue, also very prominent. And up there in behind is Blue Point, along with Ornate. Bucchero losing ground, and then Mab's Cross as Batach leads Lady Aurelia. Towards the back of the field, different gear. Catchy is quite prominent also. It's Batach that leads them past halfway as they run towards the 2. Lady Aurelia poised under John Velasquez. Catchy, Blue Point is in behind, and then Bucchero, Finsbury Square with a lot to do. Batach has got Lady Aurelia off the bridle here. Blue Point is chasing hard, but it's Batach that leads the way towards the last furlong. Batach has the advantage. Lady Aurelia's beaten. Blue Point is chasing. Mab's Cross is finishing well. Blue Point is chipping away at Batach, the near side under William Buick, and Blue Point has got to the front close home, and Blue Point has won the King's Stand. Tight second, Batach, and Mab's Cross running on. It's tight for 4th. Bucchero running a big race with Finsbury Square and Different League.
They're all the gate. And they're off. Great start for Grandpa Grumpy, as well as Bucchero. Mr. Manning adding fuel to the fire on the outside in third. Success is racing. Red Blinkers fourth, and it's I Like Beer and Avery Glen 5th and 6th. A length and a half to Memphis and May to the outside of Mr. Pollard. Those two about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead. Academy Bay has got 1 beat, and that is Operation Stevie. Half mile to go. First quarter mile and 21 4/5. Grandpa Grumpy has a lead. Bucchero's on the outside in second. Success is racing to the outside of Mr. Manning. Third and fourth, Avery Glenn feels a crack of the whip in 5th. Mr. Pollard improving outside in in mid-pack and about 5 lengths off the lead into the top 5. And then it's Academy Bay, Operation Stevie's out of last. Memphis in May and I Like Beer trail the field as they turn into the home stretch. Bucchero comes calling for the lead. Grandpa Grumpy battles on towards the inside. Successes Racing's on the outside in third. Then it's Avery Glenn in fourth. A final furlong to go, and Bucchero opens up by 4 lengths. Successes Racing up into second. Then it's Grandpa Grumpy, then Avery Glenn and I Like Beer. But Bucchero was a clear-cut winner in the Brickyard Stakes. It's a 3-way photo for second. I Like Beer, Avery Glenn, Successes Racing. Those 3 in the photo for second, but an impressive winner, Bucchero, in the Brickyard Stakes. And they're off in the Too Much Coffee Stakes. Good start for the favorite Bucchero, who edges out for the lead. Derby Express on the outside with Patty's Note. Successes Racing will make it 4 across the track early on. Thank You Kisses, Huntstown, Victor Hara, 5th, 6th, and 7th behind the leaders. New Can't Rib is wide on the course. Followed up next by Mr. Pollard. Bada Bing, Bada Boom saves ground towards the inside in third last. A length and a half, 2. Back to Our Lucky Charlie, who runs along in 11th. And then 5 lengths to the trailer, Notion of Mine. First quarter, 24 and a 5th. Bucchero has a lead by a half length over Patty's Notes in second. Successes Racing outside third. Derby Express towards the inside 4th. Huntstown races in 5th, 3 lengths off the lead. And then it's New Kent Rib outside 6th. Thank You Kisses mid-pack in 7th. Then in 8th place, that is Mr. Pollard to the outside of Victor Hara. Bada Bing, Bada Boom is in second last and 11 lengths off the lead and a length and a half back to Our Lucky Charlie. And one way at the back here, Notion of Mine. The half and 47 and 3/5 on the far turn. Bucchero has a lead by a length. Successes Racing comes to confront. Patty's Notes in third. Derby Express 4th. Huntstown in between horses in 5th. And then it's Mr. Pollard who is steered to the outside. And Mr. Pollard is advancing. But as they reach the top of the stretch, you got to catch the favorite, Bucchero. Bucchero has a lead by a 3.5, 4 lengths over Successes Racing in second, and then it's Huntstown in third. They run down to the 16th pole, and it's Bucchero out in the center of the course, but has a huge lead. Bucchero crushes the field in Too Much Coffee Stakes. It will be Huntstown getting second, and then Successes Racing and Thank You Kisses.
They're off. On the inside, it is J.W. Coop who fires out of there. On the outside, it's Bucchero. And on the far outside, you got to have Heart. Stress Test now comes on to be with the lead group, and Proud is down inside a close-up 5th. They're followed next by Black Eagle in 6th. It's a length back to Simon the Serenian, is 7th by 2. And then it's Son of Oahu, and El Sadico drops out last. 2-year-olds are heading for the far turn. 3.5 furlongs to go. Stress Test now to take the lead. You gotta have Heart is gaining on the far outside. Bucchero moving up in between horses. And now 3 abreast with 5/16 to go. JW begins to drop out of it. Proud into contention, with the rally now poised in behind the front runners as they now have a quarter mile to go. It's Bucchero. Bucchero takes the lead as they turn for home. You gotta have Heart is set down for the drive second. Stress Test did not go on. Middle of the racetrack, Proud takes aim from about 4 lengths back, but Bucchero, a clear lead inside the final 8th. It's now Bucchero by 2.5. On the outside, it's Proud. Latham on the inside from El Sadico, but Bucchero has widened as they come to the finish. Bucchero at even money has it by about 4 at the end. Close there for second. 3 of them were close for second. El Sadico.